Yes, just want to share a little thing and hold on to this particular recording in regards to as I how have I and how am I able to measure up to, for lack of words, the standards that I have set for myself and the goals that I have set and the expectation of them, of achieving them. I know that there are considered to be basic necessities, and one of the theories of actualizing, the final one of actualizing, but associated with the word act, it's like a play or a role. And maybe in math you deal with a factor, or making something a part of the equation, and that is my feelings, emotions, thoughts, attitude, language, communication, and action. The key to success of how I measure where I am is based on four things: solving problems, answering questions, resolving issues, and meeting the need. So yes, the need, these are four basic things to me. And the need is incentive. And that also is association with motive of intent. Because intent is judged by one's actions. So, when someone does anything, what is the motive behind it? Incentive, motive of intent. When it comes to meeting a need, somewhere is written, look beyond the fault and see the need. And the need happens to do with value, what I value. And have I measured up to what I value when it comes to promoting the value of self-worth? And how I treat myself and how I treat others. What is the incentive? What is the motive of intent behind it? What I value as it pertains to meeting my need or a need. It is a key to success. And how do I compare that? Be calm and in your pairing in, in human relations, the way you connect in human relationship, the actual connection with self as well as with others, without casting any judgment. And I'm challenged by that, because I realize that when I always say prayer, power, peace, patience, and prosperity, prayer is the security, which means I'm secure. Have I measured up in being secure with myself and in relationship with others? And then the peace is in the safety. It's in the safety. And I mean the power, peace, power. I mean prayer, power, peace. I should say, patience and prosperity. The prayer first is the security, being secure. The power is in the safety, and and that's with my thoughts. I should be secure in my feelings, my emotions, which makes me credible. I pray. That's the prayer. The power is in the safety when it comes to my thoughts, and thoughts are very diverse, because the mind is just abstract, really. But needless to say, then I'm just measuring up when it comes to the keys of being of success. Then the peace is the sound mind. It has to do with sound, and it makes me coherent. Am I as coherent as I would like to be? And then the patience is the sincerity. Yes. The continuity of confidence. And the prosperity is the solidarity. And that's the respect. So how do I measure up when it comes to policy and procedures, agitations and disappointments, self-awareness, self-respect? These certain stimulating ideas, and how I measure up to where I am in this life when it comes to life transitional endeavors. Then after incentive, motive of intent, and meet the need of what I value, then you deal with initiative, initiatives. That's determination, intent, and that is determined of how I see myself, the image that one wants to project, and worldview. How I see the world, and how I see myself, the role that I play in this world, how I view it, and that's my position. And the issue is character resolve, and the need before that is spiritual guidance, which means natural guidance. And what I mean by that, before there was any destruction, there was construction, which means to be constructive. Yes. And then then we see the problem. If I haven't fulfilled my need and resolve the issue of character resolve. The problem has something to do with environmental influences, the vices is getting the best of me. Yes. And having to deal with, deal with social comparison and regret. But it's how I view myself, the issue. How I view myself and what I value. And then it answers the question, is which is indicators and directives. We see the indicators, as I shared earlier, of the environmental influences, deal with initiatives and determination and how I see myself and in the world and how I treat myself, And then we see it's based on incentives, motive of intent. And is what I value, and where I place my value. Am I able to measure up? And it answers the question, and how I measure up is contingent upon virtue. Yeah, it's virtue. So yeah, man, it's pretty challenging to try to measure up to standards that you have set for yourself and goals that you have set for yourself, and even expectations that you set for yourself when it comes to meeting the need of those standards, goals, and expectations. What is the incentive? What is it that I value? And then the initiative, the view, how I see myself in this world. And then we deal with environmental influences. These are the vices. That's the problem. I have to manage and control my outside influences. Because those outside influences, by me not being able to measure up to my standards, my goals, and my expectations, they are indicators and directives when it comes to me not being my behavior of one of virtue. These are nothing that no one else has set for me, because my core values are opportunity, expression, and appreciation. Yes, because I have an opportunity, being on this plane of existence, to express appreciation for it. So, in doing so, in measuring up, hope to eliminate in myself, I would say, overcoming thraldom, which means it's associated with slavery, of being illiterate, ignorant, hostility or hostile when it comes to the social behavior language of scarcity, because we're born in a condition, placed in a situation, surrounded by circumstances due to some previous activity that has taken place. So language makes me who I am, and my behavior what I am. So the inner conversations that one may be having with him or herself more than likely creates um, creates his circumstances, create one's circumstances. Measuring up by the standards that I set for myself, based on the 4 keys to success. Meeting the need, resolving the issue, solving the problem, and answering the question. Need, issue, problem solving, and question answered. Value, view, vices, and virtue. The problem happens to do with environmental influences. How do I manage to be alone with my own thoughts and with myself? Because the source of all conflict is attachment. He was Buddha who said, or attributed to him, all that we possess is a result of thought. The ancient chemists would call it Dejahuti, I believe it, the way of words. So as I continue to protect my integrity, and that which I use is dignity, and I do my best to try to do it the benevolent way, as I continue to labor in life transitional endeavors, trying to make an impact wherever I go, to be an inspiration to self as well as to others, as I continue to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all, or that is all in me, and as I continue to do my best to try to communicate through 5.5 channels of communication: understanding, tolerance, temperance / temperament, confidence, and respect. Until next time, talk to you.